Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live in New York City from SmartCon by Chainlink, where leaders across finance, Web3, and government come to explore the convergence of TradFi and DeFi in an increasingly on-chain world. Joining me to kick off our coverage, we have Adam Meinhardt, Head of Public Policy at Chainlink Labs. It's great to have you with us, Adam. Welcome back to the show. And really right now, policy, that's the big picture that we're discussing in the space. What are the top policy priorities for the crypto industry that stakeholders should be aware of?
Yep. One, thanks for having me on. Great to have you guys here. Top issues right now on Capitol Hill. The top issue by far is market structure legislation. It has been pending before the House and Senate now for most of this year. The House has passed the bill. The Senate is working on their bill. And right now, the industry is very focused on getting this over the finish line in the next couple of months. So we're hopeful, fingers crossed.
And you just come off some big meetings with Democrats and Republicans in DC. What stood out to you about how policymakers are viewing crypto right now?
To me, the biggest thing that stood out was the spectrum of views on the Democratic side of the aisle. You have some that are very much extremely pro crypto. You have others much more skeptical. I think the big thing for me that stood out was that Senator Schumer, the Democratic minority leader, is actually actively engaging and getting a bill done. So that's a big signal for Democrats. Their top leader in the Senate is trying to get this done as well.
Yeah, that is encouraging to hear. And again, we're starting to see more parts of government adopt the underlying technology versus blockchain. Why do you think that shift is happening? What problems is this technology looking to solve?
The underlying technology, digital ledger technology, is at itself a core technology that provides faster, more efficient transactions processing. So I think the government is looking for ways to save money, do things faster, and they're starting to see that blockchain itself is just a technology. One of its uses is financial, which is the crypto side, but the technology itself shows a lot of promise for government processes, be it data storage, payments, settlement, identity, you name it.
Yeah. And so tell us how Chainlink is working with the government right now. What are some of the use cases you can share with us?
Chainlink earlier this year worked with the Department of Commerce to bring some of their economic data onto the blockchain. The hope is that having the data on a blockchain allows other folks to use it in different ways that can spur innovation in different areas. We know prediction markets are using it. Our hope is that we see other sort of novel uses of it. We're looking to work with other government agencies to bring their data on chain. And then, of course, I think more broadly, nothing that I can talk about specifically, but the hope is to work with government more broadly, state, local, international, about really looking at blockchain again as a technology that can save the government money while also making things more efficient.
Yeah, I also think the industry itself is understanding how to speak to different types of audiences, which is helping to advance it, right? So when you think about looking ahead, let's call it the next year as it relates to crypto policy, what do you think in terms of guidance, legislation, pilot programs?
I think we're going to see all of it. In terms of guidance, the regulatory agencies right now are implementing the Genius Act, which provides a regulatory framework for stablecoins. We expect to see rules pushed out by the Fed, OCC, FDIC, Treasury in the next 6 months to 2 years. So guidance, we will see a lot of it. We're also seeing a lot of guidance from the SEC, and now with potentially a new chairman coming in at the CFTC, we expect to see the CFTC as well. And then legislation, again, hopeful on market structure. And then finally, pilot programs. We haven't seen the US government undertake pilots like we have other foreign governments internationally. I hope we get there, but nothing on the radar yet.
I mean, the conversation shift over the past year, 18 months has been fantastic. All right, Adam, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Awesome.
And thanks for joining me from SmartCon. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Market